Hey, folks, y'all see what the title says. I'm going to try to chop through this one real fast. Um, we have, I done a short on this earlier today, so y'all know what it is. Um, there's so much that I wanted that me and I know I'm not the only one that want to say about stuff like this, but y'all know how they get down over here, and y'all have to excuse me because I'm on my old Avermedia USB camera because I'm waiting on another mini HDMI for my backup Sony camera. So, but right now it ain't about the look; it's more about the story. Not going to be a bunch of my normal transitions and all that other stuff. This one is going to be news. But like y'all know how I always say, the main thing to me is the audio. But and also, like I say, you can set up OBS anywhere as long as you got a half-ass competent system. And this one is more than competent. So anyway, let's go ahead and pop the story up. Like I said, I done a short on this earlier. Now look, these people, you get to work for two governors in a row. Okay? Two. Looking at my meter over here, see what I can, because this system is totally different than the one I have at the house. Why I keep saying the house at my main office. Y'all have to excuse me, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, it looks good now. Looks good. CPU usage ain't even 1%. Ryzen system. Look, oh, wait a minute. Let me shrink myself down just a little so I'm not covering up the corner of the deal there. Now look, I can't prove it, but there ain't no way in hell that you gonna expect me to believe that neither one of them know this. Democrats and communists work hand in hand. They go hand in hand. They're one and the same. They're synonymous. Can I prove it? No. But notice every time when we have somebody that's busted for something like this, working for a U.S. government official, they always work for the Democrat Party. What's the dude? I done the story on him out there in California, the state representative. Had the Chinese chick and turned out that she was hot. And he swore up and down she wasn't. And I think it was Tucker Carlson, I think they called it first. But anyway, swore up and down that it wasn't that kind of get down. And it was that kind of, you can search these. Well, you got to dig for them because because the media all of them, they do what they can to keep that stuff, keep the dirt covered over it. So anyway, let's go ahead and knock these two down because they arrested her and the husband. Okay. Former aide to two New York governors is charged with being an agent of Hu Jintao and Xi Jinping. Now, y'all, LAR movement going live. Man, my notification is loud on my phone. I need to get that. Yeah, well, we need to ask Sly what's going on because, him and Xi Jinping, they've been hanging out a little bit here lately. And, we need to send them Suburbans after him. But look at it like this. This is still the Biden administration. And so somebody in his administration had to pull the trigger to get the dogs out there to go pick these folks up. But anyway, that's her. That's the woman. She was the aide, and that's her husband, who's a businessman. And look, they ain't Now think about this. When the Fibbies come kick your door down and take all yours, you handcuffed. Ain't no bond. There's no bail. There's no bond. No. But know what that is? She worked for Hochul and she worked for Cuomo. Now, what you, even I said, I can't prove it. What you want to bet that they made sure that they got bonded out? When you looking at them, this is after the fact. You see handcuffs on them or anything? Nope. Anyway, well, y'all see what it says. Former aide and New York governor charged Tuesday with acting as an illegal agent of the Chinese government who used state positions to subtly advance Beijing's agenda in exchange for financial benefits worth millions of dollars. Former aide, charged that we already said that part. Linda Sun, who held numerous posts in New York state government, including deputy chief of staff for Kathy Hochul. That means she got to hire and fire and shift people around. Before they even went to spring for her, they should have rounded up everybody that she hired, promoted, or transferred. I'm willing to bet you they didn't. I would have had them about 30 seconds before I got you and your husband. That's just the way and man, this orange shirt with this look is just washing out this camera. That I say it's not about the video. Look at the screen. That's what wait a minute, which way am I? Yeah, I'm pointing the right way. That way here. Y'all know me. I'm spoiled. I gotta have RE20 microphone. A deputy diversity officer for Cuomo, that's that DEI crap, was arrested Tuesday morning along with her husband, Chris Hugh, at their $4 million home on Strong Island. $4 million home. But wait, it gets worse. Federal prosecutor said Sunday that at the request of Chinese officials, blocked representatives of the Taiwanese government from having access to the governor's office and shape New York's governmental messaging to align with the priorities of the Chinese government. Because I keep telling y'all, like we already know, y'all see the little thing go off and back, bling. I guess that's that. I ain't got control of that yet. That's that like subscribe thing that's built in the OBS, but I got this layered over the top of it, so it popped up behind it. My bad, y'all. I just want to pump this out. I'll iron all the stuff out when I get a chance. Because I got a couple little more paperwork to do, and this can be uploading while I'm doing that, and then I can get out of here and finalize it when I get home. Because I got set up here, set up at my main office, and set up at my house, and they're all tied together. So I got them all running on the same network, so I can take care of stuff like that. In return, her husband got help for his business activities in China. A financial boost that prosecutors said allowed the couple to buy their multi-million-dollar property in Manhasset, New York, a condo in Hawaii for $1.9 million, and luxury cars, including a 2024 Ferrari, and I think it was $240,000, something like that. It was $2 and some change. It's in my, like I said, it's in my community tab. Now look, think about this. The feds didn't crack this case. CIA didn't crack this case. The FBI didn't crack this case. China tipped off the feds. How about that? Because y'all supposed to be working. Look, you're supposed to be working for Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping wants you to block representatives of Taiwanese government, and you have not done it. You got until what they would say. You got until Tuesday. We don't give you no more money. You are Mr. Hugh, your husband. We bring you back to mainland China. Our boys didn't catch him. Our boys caught him after the Chinese ratted him out. Think just let that one flow over you. This is where we're at, boys and girls. This is where we're at. Oh, and that's right. I got my, y'all can't see my mouse. I've done the set because I need to do that on my other one because you be seeing the mouse when I'm moving it on the screen. But I got this one blocked. Federal prosecutor said Sunday at the request of Chinese officials block okay, we got that. In return, okay, we got that. Sun also received smaller gifts, the indictment said, including tickets to performances by visiting Chinese orchestra and ballet groups and Nanjing-style salted ducks. I didn't know what that was. I had to look it up. And folks saying that pretty damn good. And I like duck too. But I've never had a Chinese, a Nanjing style salted duck. Oh, and also speaking of China and Taiwan, Chinese, they I done this one in a short. They crashed their boat into a Philippine vessel. China is off the rip right now. Hu Jintao got them spun up. Xi Jinping need to reel him in. Just a who? I'm looking for who? Who are you looking for? Who? That's what I asked you. Ask me what? Who you looking for? Yes. Guess what? I'm looking for who? Who? Yes. Who? I'm waiting on you to tell me, Xi Jinping. I'm looking for who? Your Excellency. I'll go find him, but you have to tell me his name. Third base. The young cats probably wouldn't get that part. The third base, Abbott and Costello. As alleged, if true, the allegations show that Chinese authorities were able to gain influence at the highest levels of the state government in New York for nearly a decade, and all it cost them is some shekels. Okay, let's be all right. We see how much the house is, how much the one in Hawaii is, and they got a whole bunch of cars, and they just got that Ferrari, and all the other money. That's small. That's small stuff to them compared to more than likely what they received and got in return. As alleged, while appearing to serve the people of New York as deputy chief of staff within the New York State Executive Chamber, the defendant and her husband actually worked to further the interests of the Chinese government and the CCP, one and the same. That same thing. United States Attorney Breon Peace said, using the acronym for the Chinese everybody knows that's what that means. The illicit scheme enriched the defendant's family to the tune of millions of dollars. Dr. Evil would be proud. Sun and Hu pled not guilty during an initial court appearance on Tuesday afternoon in Crookland and will be released on bond. Sun has been barred from having any contact with the People's Republic of China's consulate and mission. Oops, I thought I turned my camera off because I was sitting here. Well, it's powered on. I just can't send the feed to anything. So you probably can't see it because the cord ain't long enough to reach it. Yeah, it's all right. Let me turn it off. I thought I turned it off. My bad. We'll get set up sooner or later. Her defense lawyer, Jared Schaefer, said, "We're looking forward to addressing these charges in court." See, if this was the other way around, if you got caught working for China and got caught in China doing this, selling stuff to the United States for millions of dollars, you'd be dead. You would be, wait a minute. You'd be dead. Because I don't remember, I don't know what sound thing I got set here. I've been and hit it and it be the wrong sound. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, folks. Business calls. Y'all know how I go. Defense lawyer. Case Broughton's. Okay, our client upset at these charges been brought. Right. Explain the millions of dollars, right? Because you don't make that much money working for Hochul. You just don't. To buy a $4 million crib and then another one, and what is it, $1.9 million crib, Ferraris and whatnot. Okay. The case is part of a broader Justice Department effort to root out secret agents for the Chinese government operating in the U.S. in recent years. I'm telling you, if that was, if you got caught and you doing that for Xi Jinping and you got caught by Xi, you're going to be talking to the sheriff. He going to be letting you know.
You know you screwed up, right?
Yeah, sheriff, I know.
It was nice knowing you, Nick.
Yeah, I guess so. But what you going to do? Beijing's interest, but also with harassing and intimidating dissidents on behalf. Oh, yeah. So, and that happens a lot, too. Now, we do that, too, but nobody does it as good as China. Last year, the Justice Department charged a pair of men with establishing a. See, I done that video. And the first one, it was shaded. I had people putting the exact title in their freaking search bar, and they was telling me it wasn't showing up. That was all I knew. They say we always know Massive Dynamic on some bull bleep, but I done that story. Got the video and everything. Was somebody recorded it with a smartphone. But anyway, a secret police station in New York while acting under the direction and control of the Chinese government. And that ain't the only one. They got one in California. I done that story too. So people, Nick, well, I did do it. You just didn't watch it. But it's there. It was there. Son, a naturalized U.S. citizen born in China, revoked his citizenship. Worked in the state government for about 15 years. Revoke her citizenship. 15 years holding jobs and quote. Now think about this. You got somebody that ain't even from here. They get a job of that high level and esteem over Americans, over natural born Americans. This is how your liberal Democrats work. holding jobs in Cuomo's administration and eventually becoming Hochul's deputy chief of staff, according to her LinkedIn profile. In November 2022, Sun took a job at the New York Department of Labor as the deputy commissioner for strategic business development, but she left that job months later in March 2023, the profile said. In a statement, a spokesman for Hochul's office said the administration fired Sun after discovering, see, it's doing it again. The thing pop up behind. I see it out of the corner of my eye because OBS is on that screen over there. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's doing it on its own. I got to dig through there because this is the newest update. This is OBS 30.2.3. And so I got to dig in there to find out what that is so I can cut that off. Let me see. Fired her. Okay. Well, come on. Okay, discovering evidence of misconduct. Okay, so you let her go, but you didn't say anything. Misconduct. But then it took China to rat her out, her and her husband out, for the Fed to act and pick her ass, her and her husband up yesterday. Really? Is that where we're at? This individual was hired. Well, that's where we're at. By the executive chamber more than a decade ago. We terminated her employment in March 2023 after discovering evidence of misconduct, immediately reporting her actions to law enforcement, and have assisted law enforcement throughout this process. The indictment said that among other things, Sun worked to ensure that representatives of Taiwan's government could get meetings with high-ranking New York officials. The Chinese government considers Taiwan to be a part of China. It also outlined a series of exchanges Sun had with officials in the Chinese consulate in New York in January 2021 when Cuomo was still governor and Hochul was lieutenant governor. Neither leader is named in the document. Well, of course not. But they are instead referred to as Politician 1 and Politician 2. Well, how convenient. After Chinese officials requested a Lunar New Year video from the governor, Sun said Hochul could probably do it and asked for talking points of things you want her to mention. Pay to say. Mostly holiday wishes and hope for friends and cooperation, nothing too political, an official told her, according to the indictment. Sun later told a different official that she had argued with Hochul's speechwriter. Ooh, that's me. That was me moving the mouse too low. Speechwriter over the draft because the speechwriter insisted on mentioning the Uyghur situation. That video. Chinese Muslims. That's what that's who the Uyghurs are. In China, she promised that she wouldn't let it happen. And the final speech did not mention the Muslim ethnic minority, according to the indictment. Soak it all in, boys and girls. Sun's alleged activities in New York paved the way for lucrative business deals for who in China, prosecutors said, including discussions about a venture to export frozen seafood to China, which is kind of strange because China has a seafood industry. Okay, whatever. Who then attempted to conceal the earnings through various methods in the U.S., according to the indictment. After the arraignment, see, if that had been my black ass, I'd be in jail for doing not even a third of what they doing. I'm calling it what it is. Say I'm lying. Whether we like it or not, say I'm lying. At the arraignment, At the arraignment, Assistant U.S. Attorney Alexander Solomon said that there were a multitude of shell and business entities used in the crimes, adding, "This is no ordinary financial fraud." The FBI searched the couple's multi-million-dollar home in Manhasset, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, in late July, but declined to release details at the time. Son is charged with violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act, money laundering, and helping people commit visa fraud and enter the U.S. illegally. That's just what we need. Illegals that's beholden to her, that will do what she tell them to do. Who is charged with money laundering, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and misuse of means of identification? Neither have been charged with espionage. Biden ain't gonna let y'all charge them with no espionage. Cuomo spokesperson Richard, I'm not even gonna try, Azzopardi, yeah, you gotta do that when you say it. Downplayed Son's reach in the former governor's administration, saying she worked in a handful of agencies and was one of many community liaisons who had little to no interaction with the governor. If you the deputy chief, you have interaction with the governor every freaking day. These people are playing in our faces. Well, in y'all face, because I never would have voted for neither one of them jackanapes that's running the state. So, Son and Who live in a gated community on Strong Island called Stone Hill. The couple purchased the house in 2021, but placed it in a trust earlier this year. Now, here's the thing. So y'all going to let them go back? They're going to jack that house? What are they going to do? What are you going to do? What do you want to bet? Okay, y'all hold me to this. I'm willing to bet you their immigration status don't even get revoked and they get sent back to China. What you want to bet? What you want to bet? I say, well, it'd be the average, be my black ass and average white people. We be digging our way out from under the pen. Y'all, we good. Hey, let's get out of here. I'm good. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below, rate, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. We'll get, like I say, I'll get my video and get all the stuff up. I just wanted to get this story out because it's fresh off the press, and I ain't want to wait another week to put this out because then, it's starting to grow facial hair and need to be shaved. Bye.